Cardinal and goal for the road team in USC, and it's the Bruins winning the tip. Charlize Ledger-Walker getting the offense started for the Bruins. Gianna Neepkins getting harassed and harangued defensively. And it's a steal. No surprise, that is what USC is known for. Jazzy Davidson kicks it back out. 3 on the way is good. Hello, Kara Dunn, getting the party started.
Hello, Kara Dunn, getting the party started defensively. The high hedge led to the trap on Neepkins, who turned it over. The biggest key for USC head coach Lindsey Gottlieb said blowing up the UCLA guards and making it really tough on them on the perimeter. Because when you make it tough on the guards, they can't get it inside to Lauren Betts.
First foul is whistled against Gerda Rorshatike for USC. Inside, Jazzy Davidson blocking Gabrielle Hawkes. London Jones off the marks. Here is your starting 5 for USC, and for the second time in as many games, London Jones is getting the start.
The Boo Birds are out early. Jones transferring from UCLA to USC. First time back at Pauley since.
Gianna Neepkins getting her hand caught in the cookie jar, her first personal foul.
We got to talk to London Jones earlier today. I said, are you ready to be booed? And she's like, yeah, you got to embrace that part of it. This is what makes it fun in this rivalry.
You notice everybody for USC is wearing the same tennis shoe except for London Jones. They didn't make the new Juju Watkins PE in her size. It stopped at 7.5. She wears a 7. Davidson, too strong, battle for the rebound, won by Neepkins. UCLA pressing and pushing pace. Hawkes leaves it short at the rim.
This quick pace favors USC early on. They're getting stops defensively and keeping UCLA to 1 and done.
London Jones off the bounce, missing everything. Rebound put back by Gerda, no good. Both of these teams riding win streaks. 6 games for UCLA, 3 in a row for USC, and that is a quick personal foul called on Kennedy Smith, her first. Ball out of bounds underneath for UCLA. Neepkins, triple try, is true.
I love how Gianna Neepkins comes off a ball, screens rather. She keeps low to the ground, goes shoulder to shoulder with the screener, and gets herself open and enough time to get the shot off.
She had 17 points Wednesday night in the big win against Penn State. Jazzy Davidson kicks it out. Gerda, too strong. Charlize Ledger-Walker buries the 3.
When UCLA spreads the floor, good things happen because the defense gets spread out. Charlize Ledger-Walker getting right to the spot, pushing someone in transition to get an open look.
Waikato, New Zealand native, making hay in her grad season. Took her former team at Washington State to 3 straight NCAA tournament trips and is now producing well for the Bruins.
Watch Gianna Neepkins come off the screen right here, staying low, going shoulder to shoulder with Betts, gets herself open to knock it down. Then coming down quickly, Charlize Ledger-Walker gets set, let it rock and roll for UCLA.
Char, a season-high 20 points November 27th against Duke. She's averaging a career-high 7 assists, but she can shoot that thing too. Dugalich to the corner where Rice lives. That ball bounces out of bounds and will belong to USC.
Lauren Betts is so good when she gets the ball inside, reading that defense. That double team's coming over the moment she catches it. Betts got it out quickly, which allowed for that reversal for an open look for Rice. Coach Close will take that shot any day of the week.
Betts, a unanimous preseason Big Ten Player of the Year option. Of course, she won that award last year, Defensive Player of the Year as well. Kick ball, it'll stay with SC. At this point, you just get the sense that both teams are filling each other out, right, Meg?
It takes a little bit of time, and also this is a rivalry game, so your blood pressure's a little higher than normal coming out here. You got a packed house here, it's loud. It's gonna take a little bit of time to settle into a rhythm. And right now, the team that can take care of the ball best is going to be the team that is going to be successful.
Pretty good in the ball security department is USC, averaging less than 14 turnovers a game. Davidson waiting for somebody to break free. Shot clock getting low, 7 seconds. Davidson off the bounce. I don't know how she got that shot off. Good defense by Kiki Rice. Little 6-0 run for UCLA. Make it 8-0 because Lauren Betts is not going to miss from there.
When Betts gets that deep in the ball, in the paint, you got to get her the ball early like that. She's so quick with that footwork.
After the first field goal make, finally, it is London Jones coming through. Prior to that, it had been 6 straight misses for USC. Betts with the answer, stepping through and earning a trip to the free throw line, and that will be a second personal foul on Gerda Rochetite.
Lauren Betts getting her work done early in the possession. She beats everybody down the floor to post up deep, way below the arc. London Jones, hello, make them fall, knock down the three. A little bit of rain on that one, too.
So it's Lauren Betts stepping to the free throw line. She's shooting a career-high 68% from the stripe. She's got 4 double-doubles this season, and she looks so comfortable out there.
Betts looks comfortable with the ball in her back to the basket. She looks comfortable facing up, and she looks comfortable defensively. The trifecta in terms of what you want your senior post player doing at this time of year.
3 on the way. Davidson is wet.
Everything about Davidson's game is smooth. Her pull-up, her three, that left-handed shot, the stroke is perfect, but that high release point makes it so difficult for defenses to contest.
6'1" freshman from Clackamas, Oregon.
74-inch wingspan, that's unbelievable.
Which is basically her height of 6'1".
I was going to say, I was trying to do the feet there.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
Carry
oh,
the one.
you're not going to ask ChatGPT about that.
That's great defense by USC, crowding Betts. When she catches it, they know she wants to put the ball on the floor, trying to crowd her and make it really difficult for her to have any space to move or be impactful. Stay low, and Davidson comes over with that wingspan. Makes things really difficult.
Easy finish for Charlize Ledger-Walker. We're tied at 9. Inside to KD. She's doubled. Long three. Wouldn't fall for Dunn that time. Jaquez off the mark, trying to find Sienna Betts down low.
USC's perimeter defense has been really good. They're making it difficult to get the ball inside because they're using their length and quickness to stay in front of UCLA's guards. There's not a ton of room to make that pass to the inside.
Lindsey Gottlieb in her 5th season at USC with basically a whole new team from a season ago. London Jones stopped by Ledger-Walker. Good defense by number 5. Off 1 foot goes Kennedy Smith. First 2-point field goal for the Trojans.
That was good defense. Better shot by Smith. Oh.
That ball's poked out. Ledger-Walker behind the back, trying to create some room. And a traveling violation is called. And you know, London Jones said, give me credit for that block and forcing that turnover. We have got a great one underway here in Poly. SC up by 2. Getting better by the minute, even though she's not available. The coaching staff telling us what she's absorbing and seeing from the sidelines is going to make her even more scary when she comes back.
You get a different perspective when you have to sit out with an injury as a player. You see things at such a micro level as a player, but when you're watching from the sidelines, everything, you get a 30,000-foot view, why you're doing certain things, what are the tendencies of the other teams. So Juju's able to absorb all of that right now. It's only going to help her game moving forward.
4 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Jazzy Davidson tried to skip it over. Sienna Betts all over that. Kiki Rice gets it ahead to Charlize Ledger-Walker, attacking and finishing.
Fantastic job by Ledger-Walker because USC actually did a pretty good job getting back, but she uses that quickness to focus on the finish.
The best part of that possession for UCLA, it ended up in a shot, not a turnover.
Yeah.
KD, too strong. Ledger Walker is there for the rebound. UCLA only averages 12 turns a game. They already have 5 on the day.
USC's defense on the perimeter has been so staunch, getting into passing lanes. They're not allowing easy looks, and they're not allowing UCLA to reverse the ball. The defense, really good, staying low, staying in the right position. Then you have to take advantage with these live ball turnovers and make USC pay. Ledger Walker able to do just that.
Gianna Neepkins, corner 3, wouldn't fall. Battle for the rebound, and a whistle blows as they will ticket Gabriela Jaquez for going over the back. Jaquez with her first personal.
I like this matchup of Jaquez and Jazzy Davidson. Jaquez has become such a good defender, staying low, using some length. She forced that turnover on Davidson early. Davidson's got to really get open on screens, changing her pace and rubbing off shoulders.
4-time Gatorade Player of the Year in the state of Oregon. That's right, folks. Every year she was in high school, she won the whole darn thing.
That's pretty good, huh? Perfect 4 for 4, 100%.
Just doesn't get any better than that. Neepkins draws 2, beautiful feed to Betts, who finishes.
A beautiful feed because it was where only Lauren Betts could catch it. Nice and high, throw it up, let your post player go finish.
Betts already with 5 points. Balanced scoring by UCLA, no surprise since they have 5 players averaging double figures. USC comes to the table with 4 folks in double figures every night. Samuels kicks it. Kennedy Smith just threw it right to Neepkins, playing the passing lane very well.
Good help side defense by the Bruins.
Betts wanted the basketball inside, and they will get Vivian Iwuchukwu for the personal.
Gabs Jaquez has become such a good defender, using her size, and she's really smart with getting to the right angles. And then just gets the rebound, let it go. Lauren Betts, when she establishes deep paint positioning, it's impossible to stop. She does a good job of maintaining that space between her guard and finishing, so there's enough lane to make a pass. 14 fouls against USC, 2 minutes to go here in this first quarter. I like seeing the Betts sisters playing together on the floor.
Only the 5th time they've been able to do that so far. Neepkins swinging it inside to Sienna. A little too strong.
That ball has to get inside sooner. USC is doing a good job of 3-quartering and shadowing UCLA on the bottom. The moment you see the front of the jersey, the numbers, you got to hit them on the inside if you're the Bruins.
Scoring drought of nearly 3 minutes for USC. What's different about this UCLA defense of late?
UCLA is doing a really good job on the catch of arriving there, not allowing USC to get many ball rotations.
Kennedy Smith calling for the screen.
Ooh.
Nice give and go, and Kaya Milton couldn't finish, but will head to the free throw line.
Kennedy Smith has become such a good playmaker, staying patient. I thought she was going to let that thing fly, but then the last second dishes it off to Milton.
So Milton shooting a career-high 79% at the free throw line. The transfer from Auburn. Doesn't connect on the first one. Tomorrow, it's the festive fixtures finale with Premier League Titans squaring off on Peacock. Erling Haaland leads Manchester City into a crucial showdown with Chelsea, live at 12:30 Eastern, only on Peacock. Ledger Walker. Gets it back from Betts, little 2-person game. Lauren stepping through, couldn't finish. Nice rebound by Milton.
Milton doing a good job of sitting on Betts' shoulder, making that a tough off-shoulder, off-squared shot.
Smith, step back 3 is good.
Smith continues to get more and more confident with that 3-point shot. If the defense is going to go under, you got to make them pay if you have the time and space to get the 3 off.
Smith did not look like a shooter who's only shooting 17% from distance this season.
Kennedy Smith continues to be so assertive with the ball, especially with the absence of Juju Watkins this season. You got to be able to read the defense, screen, nobody around you, knock down the three, make the defense pay. Now UCLA is going to have to try to show a high hand there on Smith now that she's hit one.
So Milton picking up the personal foul, sending Betts back to the free throw line. Of course, Lauren was the Big Ten tourney MVP. 19 points on average, doing everything possible to make sure UCLA walked out of Indianapolis with that trophy. Under a minute to go here in the first quarter. Samuels connects.
Samuels was in rhythm as well, had a lot of space to create and just stay patient. USC is scoring when they stay patient and under control in the offense.
Southern Cal up by a bucket. 10-second differential between shot clock and game clock. The double comes, and Jaquez is headed to the free throw line.
Jaquez cuts so hard to the basket. It's easier to pick up fouls when you make hard cuts on offense. Betts comes, there's the double coming from Jones. Jaquez comes right down, just absorbing the contact.
She went right through Malia Samuels, who picks up the personal, and Jaquez connects on the first free throw. She's averaging about 86% from the line this season, while averaging a career high 14 points a game.
There's a point this season she was the leading scorer on UCLA, and that's what makes this Bruins team so good. That leading scorer this season has changed so many different times.
Shot clock is off, 15 seconds to go, tied at 16. Samuels gives it up to Smith. 5 ties, 4 lead changes so far here in the first 10 minutes. Jones recognizes, fires. And that ball bounces out of bounds, and that is how the quarter will end. Oh, this game is living up to the hype, y'all. We're tied at 16 after the first 10 minutes in.
Lot to ask, but as an athlete, you thrive off of those moments, being in those positions to be successful.
SC has the basketball to start the second quarter. They hit 4 3-point shots in that first 10 minutes. Surprising because they only average just under 7 3-point makes a game. Davidson. At the elbow, effective.
The patience of Davidson right there, reading the screen. That ended up being a bit of a switch, but Davidson waited till Betts was a little further away to knock down the shot.
The full court pressure from USC as well. The double team is there to meet Betts. Doesn't matter.
Betts doing a great job of creating space with that reverse pivot. Steps back, higher release point, so it's difficult to contest.
London Jones off the bounce, looking for somebody to pass to. Samuels frees. KD also surveying. USC bearing very patient. Ball is poked out of bounds and will stay with the women of Troy.
Jazzy Davidson's patience is so impressive for a freshman. Reading the defense, slowing down. Jaquez gets caught on the screen. Betts tries to step up, but Davidson waits till she has enough time to have a clear shot.
USC tied its program record with 31 wins last season, thanks in large part to Juju Watkins. A whole different setup this season. That shot was blocked.
That's where it's good to have 6'7" defending for you.
And then Betts on the offensive end is whistled for steps.
It's the second time that USC has successfully crowded Betts enough to get her to turn over and travel. When you can crowd Betts in the space, she's got nowhere to go. But USC has to get there early in order to successfully do it because Betts is so good at staying under control and patient.
That is 7 turnovers now for UCLA. Corey Close was preaching ball security at practice yesterday and shoot around today. Samuels kicks it out. Third couldn't come through. Charlize Ledger-Walker is pushing pace. Angela Dugalich. That is why WNBA scouts are in the house.
Dugalich can score from the outside. She can get to the rim. And at 6'4", to have a player that can play inside, outside with that size is massive.
Betts hauling down the loose rock. Dugalich a little behind the back. And she'll set up the offense. Lauren Betts inside to Dugalich. Mismatch maximized.
Dugalich scores off the dribble last possession, then she posts up. Are you kidding me? Mismatches are huge to exploit. UCLA has to hit that early.
A little 6-0 run for the Bruins. KD for three. Off the glass. Hello.
Did you see the shrug from Dunn? Hey, why not? They all three count, even if you bank them in.
You know why? Because she's averaging a career-high 37% from three. If that was me, I'd shoot that thing too.
Hey, I love the shrug at the end. Like, hey, I'll take it.
That ends a scoring drought for USC and makes it a one-point game. Betts, beautiful pass to Hawkes, doesn't get the roll, but will head back to the free throw line.
Dugalich. Look at this mismatch, the post up. 6'4" is going to win that every single day. Fantastic pass inside to the post. Then Dunn. When the ball moves quickly, the defense gets lagged, stuck in rotation. Dunn has a little room to get that shot off. Again, the shrug at the end made the whole entire sequence for me.
London Jones just picked up her second personal foul, so she heads to the bench with 7 minutes to go until halftime as Hawkes buries that first free throw try. The senior from Camarillo, California, is the top three-point shooter on this Bruins team percentage-wise, 50%. Not too shabby.
No, it's not bad. I think any player in America would take shooting 50% from three. It spreads the floor and opens up so much more space on the inside when Hawkes is able to knock it down like that.
Kennedy Smith looking for somebody to free up. Takes it herself. Jumper too strong. Neepkins winds up with the basketball. Neepkins, the transfer from Utah, as the Pac-12 in its old form is so well represented on this Bruins roster with Neepkins and Ledger Walker from Washington State. Plenty of time on the shot clock for UCLA. Kiki Rice to the corner. Neepkins, three. Doesn't go, but she will head to the free throw line as Davidson will pick up a personal.
UCLA hasn't been moving the ball with a ton of pace on that possession, but once they got the skip pass, they were able to get Jazzy Davidson in a compromising position to where she fouled Neepkins. You got to move the ball with pace to get the defense to move and get them out of position.
Davidson with her first personal foul. Neepkins heading to the free throw line where she shoots a beautiful 92%. She buries a pair. She gets three because Davidson fouled her on the three-point shot. Taking a look at the upcoming schedule. On Peacock, Creighton and Seton Hall, Marquette at number 4 UConn, and Villanova at Marquette as well. Largest lead of the game for UCLA after those free throws by Neepkin, 27-21. What's been different lately for the Bruins to create a little separation?
UCLA defensively has done a better job of keeping USC stagnant. The Trojans haven't gotten any ball reversals, so the defense hasn't had to get into rotation, and then UCLA has been able to score quickly.
Katie skips it over. USC trying to be patient on offense. Shot clock getting skinny, down to 5. Davidson recognizing, rises, fires, and hits.
You cannot contest Jazzy Davidson because of her release point. First off, she's left-handed, so as a defender, you have to really make sure you have a high hand up trying to contest on the left side. But she's so long and does a great job of creating space.
Neepkins giving it up to Sienna Betts. In traffic, won't fall. Hawkins there for the O-board. Gab, step back. Ooh, didn't get the roll. Ball bounces out of bounds and will belong to USC.
Davidson's been so patient on offense, doesn't get sped up. She's reading the defense. What's Kiki Rice doing? That step just to check what Rice is going to do, then just throws back, gets the shot up. Rice has got to contest and get a little more in Davidson's grill.
Davidson leading USC with 8 points, matching Betts with 8 as well for UCLA. Inside to Ronchetite. First USC points in the paint tonight.
Kennedy Smith continues being a maestro with her playmaking, getting the ball inside the paint. The defense collapses. She finds Gerda for the finish.
A little lull here for UCLA. No baskets in the last 2.5 minutes. Under 5 minutes before halftime. Beautiful spin move by Kiki Rice. The floater goes for Jaquez.
Off the dribble, but UCLA can score when they get ball reversals. It gets the defense out of whack, and it allows them to attack on the weak side.
Kennedy Smith doesn't get the jumper to fall. Nice offensive rebound by Gerda. Not quite sure what that was, but Sienna Betts says thank you very much. Down low to Lauren Betts. That's just automatic. She's into double figures with 10.
Single coverage on Lauren Betts is not going to be successful defensively for anybody, but Betts was patient, waited to see if the double was coming, then made her move quickly.
Smith for three. That missed everything. Neepkins with the rebound, and now she is pushing pace. UCLA has numbers. Sienna kind of got mixed up on what she wanted to do exactly with the basketball, so that is turnover number 8 for UCLA.
Gabs Jaquez doing a little bit of everything for UCLA, making things work off the dribble. Let the teardrop fly, and things are good when Lauren Betts is on your team. Deep positioning.
Two teams play. UCLA wears the blue, and USC wears the cardinal. That three was off the mark. By Dayana Mendez, who just checked in. Great defense by Betts. Dugalich inside to Betts. Skip pass to Neepkins. Three is good.
When you get skip passes, UCLA gets open threes because the defense is forced to move on the fly. Neepkins does not need a ton of room to get the shot off.
Largest lead of the day for UCLA. A 7-0 run for the Bruins. Traveling was not called, and then the officiating crew might have heard the fans.
UCLA has been able to go on a 7-0 run because of the defense, keeping USC to one and done. I mean, hello, the timing on that block by Betts, and then the skip pass. Finding Neepkins in a position to score. All she did was catch it in that shooting pocket and let it fly. That was a great pass by Betts.
Our officiating crew led by referee Michael McConnell, Anthony Robinson, and Nicole Murray. Inside to Betts, no. Second chance, no, but she will head to the free throw line. A beautiful entry pass by Ledger Walker.
It's important for UCLA's guards to get Lauren Betts the ball early. The moment she becomes open, you got to give her a touch. Fantastic pass by Dugalich to where only Betts could catch it. She goes up, gets the rebound, kind of like a me-bound, then you got to go finish.
Melton picks up her second personal, so she will take a seat, replaced by Laura Williams, the 6'2" redshirt freshman for SC. Betts buries the first free throw. I love about Betts the leadership piece. She says she's using her voice more consistently when tough things need to be said.
At this point, Betts is a senior. She needs to be that leadership piece. And when you have your top scorer as being one of your most vocal leaders out there, you're in a really good position because they see everything on the floor, especially on that backside. She has to be talking.
Largest lead of the day for UCLA at 10. It's a 9-0 run, and Dugalich picks up the personal.
USC has to find a way to get to the line. They've been stagnant offensively. They've got to find a way to get inside, get fouled, stop the clock, and put points on the board.
Just the first personal foul against Dugalich. Originally transferred from Oregon, but a mainstay here at UCLA for the last several seasons. Almost a 5-second call and then a turnover. Charlize Ledger Walker trying to shake Davidson and does not. Pats her chest, my bad.
UCLA's defense has been all over the place, all over USC in the second quarter especially. That was almost a 5-second call. but they're not allowing ball handlers to get the ball, and that's been key. Not allowing ball reversals and keeping the ball out of the hands of the players who command the offense.
Davidson against Rice, too strong, but boy, she got that first step and went around the corner quick.
She's so quick. That's the thing. That first step's unreal.
Lauren Betts, what a move. Terrific O-board by Neepkins. Rice thought about the three, goes back inside to Dugalich, kicks it out to Neepkins. Three on the way, Ledger Walker is good. 8 points for Charlize Ledger Walker, and Lindsay Gottlieb needs time. It is the largest lead of the day for UCLA, up by 13. Grab a snack and come on back.
The things we see on this job.
Has 9, and Lauren Betts leads all scorers with a dozen. A little full court pressure for UCLA here.
UCLA may as well keep the foot on the gas pedal because their defense is the reason why they've been able to get this lead. USC's offense has been stagnant. They need to get ball reversals.
A 12-0 run for UCLA. This is a team built to get to Phoenix, site of the women's Final Four. First time since 1999 that we will have a Western time zone hosting the Final Four. San Jose, the last to do it in 1999. We were in Denver in 12, right? But that's Mountain Time.
That's Mountain Time.
By the time we get to April, Phoenix will have switched, or they don't switch at all, so they will be back on Pacific time. So yeah, I've been learning while I've been shooting these promos for the Women's Final Four committee.
Well, as you are I'm going to call you the mayor of Phoenix.
I don't know about
right
that,
here.
but yeah.
Who needs ChatGPT when you have Cindy Brunson?
I'm just saying, get your tickets now for the Women's Final Four. It is going to be epic. Neepkins' baseline jumper is good. She's into double figures with 11.
You want to talk about epic. Neepkins coming into UCLA and her impact scoring the ball in the mid-range from 3. It opens up so much for UCLA because the defense has to focus on her. Her teammates are open.
Kennedy Smith left open, but she couldn't connect. Kiki Rice skying through with the rebound. So nice to see her healthy. She had that labrum issue repaired surgically. Neepkins' heap check wouldn't fall. O-board by Betts. And at the rim, she gets denied, but Neepkins gets a jump ball possession arrow pointing toward USC.
Neepkins has such a quick release, so when she gets the ball, she doesn't need a ton of space to get it off. She just stopped on a dime. Smith kind of blew by her, and then Neepkins had the space to get the shot off.
A scoring drought of better than 4.5 minutes. The last USC points coming from Rosetite, as Gerda made a bucket, but it's been slim pickings for USC. Davidson couldn't get the roll, but they're going to get Betts for going over the back. Shot clock is off. 24 seconds to go before we hit the half as Betts picks up just her first personal.
Davidson has had a hand in her face every single time she's caught the ball. There's not a lot of space for her to get a shot off. She's had to work for every single point today.
Ball out of bounds underneath. And another quick whistle, this time against Jaquez. So that's 2 on Jaquez, as Lindsay Gottlieb tries to figure out which offensive buttons to push for USC. Smith, nice pass to Samuels. Malia off the window, and she is the longest tenured Trojan on the floor. Shot clock is off, 5 seconds to go. The step through, Euro move, Kiki Rice. It is nice, and that is how the half will end. A dominating
UCLA, and it's going to come to body blows, not a knockout punch. And for USC, they have to find a way to get to the foul line. 0 made free throws in the first half, 11 for UCLA, a major difference.
Definitely something to keep an eye on, Elise. Thank you so much for that. And I know that's not the start of the second half that Corey Close wanted, because the turnovers continue to mount. That's number 11.
USC has had success when they speed up the guards on UCLA. The first play of this game was a trap on a ball screen that resulted in a turnover and a score by the Trojans. They need to continue using their quickness to try to force UCLA over.
Kiki Rice tried to poke it away and induces the traveling violation against Kennedy Smith. That's 6 turnovers now for USC. They average about 13 and a half turns a game. The stunning thing for UCLA is they're already almost at their average per game of 12 turnovers.
USC has been successful when they can speed up USC, or UCSC is successful. Man, all these letters are really screwing me up here.
Jaquez tried to go off the window. Nice O-board by Betts. She resets and finishes. Lauren Betts now with 14.
When Betts stays patient and under control, she can finish nearly anywhere on the floor.
Davidson elbow jumper, no. Ball gets poked out of bounds by Jaquez and will stay with UCLA.
Lauren Betts is so difficult to defend, especially when she gets deep post positioning, but the offensive rebound putbacks has been huge for the Bruins. She gets the board because of the missed box out, and then she finishes easily over the front of the rim.
KD at the rim. That was a nice out of bounds play by the Trojans.
And USC's got to try to just get it back, chipping away at this. Not try to get it back all at once with home run plays, but scoring simply at the basket in high percentage areas is going to be key.
We were tied 6 times in the first quarter, and then UCLA outscored USC 27-12 in the second 10 minutes. Kiki Rice, we see you.
Rice has the ability to feel like she's slowing everybody down. The defense comes out of its stance, and boom, she's at the rim before you know what happened.
London Jones is headed to the free throw line.
I love watching Rice create, especially with the ball in her hand. She's so smart, gets it. I mean, the footwork, bada bing, bada boom, but just slowing the defense down, gets them out of its stance, and just like that, she finds her way to the rim. Like, she gets wide open all the time because she lulls you to sleep, then boom, she's gone. And it's a bad dream for the defense.
London Jones with the first free throws of the day for USC, shooting 85% from the stripe. When we asked her what she thought of this rivalry, because she's been on both sides of it, she just said it's insane.
Perfect word to describe it. And you think about how good both UCLA and USC have been as of late, tied in the Big Ten. Long last year, it was either way. You didn't know who was going to potentially win anytime they met up. USC winning the regular season, UCLA in the Big Ten tournament. And that intensity has carried over to this season. Good recognition on the mismatch, trying to get the ball inside the Jaquez, going against the 5'4" London Jones.
5'3" without sneakers. She admitted that
today.
She did admit
that, yes.
Neepkins, little show and go. That'll work. She is cooking with gas. She leads herself with 13 points now. And remember, she had 8 huge points in that second quarter when UCLA really created separation. Lauren Betts leading all scorers with 14. And she gets the turnover there as Neepkins pokes the ball away. Rice will pull it back out. Dugalich calling for the ball. Nice two-person game. And then Smith just swipes the ball away from Betts as she brought the basketball down.
Fantastic instincts by Smith.
London Jones kicks it out to Davidson. 3 on the way, too strong. Betts is there for another rebound. She is a walking double-double. She's got 4 this season. Right now, working on the double-double, 14 points and 6 rebounds. Elise has more.
Well, guys, that last possession defensively for USC, London Jones picking up her 3rd personal. She immediately looked over at the USC bench, put her hand up and said, no, you are not coming to get me right now. Early 3rd quarter, something to watch for with London Jones having 3.
That's senior leadership right there by Jones. Kiki Rice at the rim. Back-to-back buckets for Rice.
Rice is so creative off the dribble, getting to the rim. She's got a little bit of space to move. Her footwork is so shifty, it's difficult to stay in front of.
Kennedy Smith stops, pops, and hits.
I thought you were going to say pop, lock, and drop it. Kennedy Smith doing such a good job of staying balanced, shoulder square to the rim.
Under 7 minutes to go here in this third quarter. Dugalich off the bounce, trying to shake Dunn. Can't. Almost lost the handle. And then Neepkins has to go on the deck. And a timeout by Corey Close.
He's been able to build at USC. The culture is so good. You go into that Galen Center, we went there for shoot around today. You can just tell it is all business, but it's a culture that's really positive and everybody really gets along.
That three rattles out for Dunn. USC started 6 of 8 shooting from three, but since then 0 for 5. Sienna Betts feels the double, kicks it back out. Hotez triple. Won't fall. Nice O-board by Betts. She's trying to create room. No, Hotez again, an O-board jump ball is called, and the possession arrow is pointing at USC.
The Bruins have been all over the offensive glass in this game. Creating second chance opportunities. USC has to do a better job boxing out, keeping the Bruins to 1 and done.
It'll be interesting to see how the offense flows. It's been about 10 minutes of game time since Jazzy Davidson has scored the basketball for USC.
That's because UCLA is staying on her left side. She hasn't had a ton of room to move when she gets the ball.
Rice finds Betts down low. That'll work. Betts has 16 points to go along with 7 rebounds as she works on double-double number 5 this season.
UCLA is so good at getting Betts the ball, especially when she's deep. They recognize and look inside every single time they catch it on the perimeter.
Davison flipping it to Iwuchukwu, who comes up short. And Kiki Rice trying to shake Samuels. Rice turning the corner. Back out to Betts, who will reset. 5 minutes to go here in this third quarter. At the elbow, Rice. I see you, Kiki. She's got 8.
Well, Rice has gotten to the rim the last 2 times she scored. So now the defense has to give her a step, and it opens up her room to hit in the mid-range.
Jumper won't fall for Iwuchukwu. And Gabby Rice has a terrific handle. And, ooh, looks like Samuels took it in the chicklets. I hope that she is okay, as she is not getting right up. With that, we will step aside. Lauren Betts working on double-double number 5 on the season, and Kiki is coming up big here in quarter number 3. Malia Samuels was checking her chicklets. What do you see here?
Ooh, so this is where the officials are going to see if there was anything that could raise this to a flagrant 1, unnecessary, hard, or excessive. This just doesn't look like there was any unnecessary contact. It looks like it was just simply a basketball play with the elbow placement. I don't think this is going to get upgraded.
Our officiating crew led by Michael McConnell, Anthony Robinson, and Nicole Murray. We will wait on what they decide as UCLA is looking to win a 7th straight game, up comfortably with its largest lead of the day, keeping their foot on the gas. Good job by associate head coach Tony Newman. If you can make an official laugh, that's got to be a good sign, right? He had the scout for today's game as well, did Tony. As we wait for an official word, want to let you know UCLA has more assists, 16, than
After
USC
review, the call
has
on the
rebounds.
floor stands. The contact by UCLA, number 11, does not rise to the level of a flagrant 1.
So no upgrade on that foul, just a personal against Samuels.
And that was the right call by the officials. There was nothing unnecessary that would raise that up to the flagrant 1.
So Samuels with 2, London Jones with 3. That's the only foul trouble Lindsey Gottlieb has to be concerned with at this juncture. And nobody has more than 2 personal fouls on the UCLA roster. Hawkes with a couple. So Hawkes will inbound. Your 5 on the floor for UCLA. Dugalich, Hawkes, Rice. and Bilic, along with Amanda Muse. Amanda Muse's mom and Corey Close played college basketball together. Oh, check that. Bilic, yep, got the basketball. Ready to spin. Couple of times high off the window.
Fantastic use of angles by Bilic, staying patient. Whew.
Nice chase down by Samuels. And good job by Muse to break up that pass. 4 minutes to go here in the third quarter.
The Bruins are recovering quickly on defense. That help side's coming over, and there's help to the help.
Shot clock getting skinny, 5 seconds. 3 on the way from the corner. Davidson, no. Great weak side rebound by Rice. USC on a little 6-0 run. Again, enjoying the largest lead of the day in the battle for LA. Bilic.
Wow.
You betcha.
UCLA's been able to get into high percentage area at will. USC has to do a better job of cutting down angles and making it more difficult to put the ball on the floor.
Jazzy Davidson, it's the first time we've called her name in about 12 minutes of game time or more.
Right now, when Jazzy Davidson catches the ball, she's got one blue jersey right there and then another one shading nearby, so she can't go anywhere to get open.
Davidson into double figures with 10. She's the only Trojan player in double figures. Kiki Rice leaving it for Jaquez. Nice finish at the cup.
Even when Rice isn't scoring, she's so impactful with her decision making. When she gets down low for the paint touches, that defense collapses. She finds teammates in positions to score.
Kiki Rice now with 7 assists to go along with her 8 points. To your point, Megan, Davidson off the bounce, too strong.
But even bringing a second body up, Muse showing forced Davidson's form to get a little out of whack.
She's only made 1 of her last 7 field goal attempts, has Davidson. Dugalic just spinning all the way around. Beautiful move, couldn't finish against the Frosh. Davidson. 2.5 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Kennedy Smith to the corner. KD 3 is good.
Just what the doctor ordered for the Trojans. Get a paint touch, force the defense to collapse, and find an open shooter on the perimeter.
Kara Dunn, the product out of Dallas, Georgia, the senior, really upped her ability to rebound the basketball. Career high in that department. Jaquez has that ball poked out of bounds by Smith.
Kiki Rice does a little bit of everything for UCLA. She's scored the last couple of possessions. Now she becomes a playmaker. That wraparound pass, are you kidding me? And Jaquez getting right into the right position.
We saw Toronto Tempo personnel, including head coach Sandy Brondello, at UCLA practice yesterday, at shoot-around today. Lots of WNBA personnel, as many as 5 Bruins may go in the first round of the WNBA draft, hoping that we actually have a draft and a season. Sienna Betts walked with the basketball and then gets it back. Finds her sister, and that's a shot clock violation, maybe. But Lauren is arguing it. I tell you, credit to Lauren Betts, too.
Wow.
Oh, beautiful dish to Neepkins from Char. Neepkins, G-Money now with 15. Buck and a half to go here in this third quarter. Ledger Walker tried to get over and back. London Jones will head to the free throw line as she fearlessly goes into the trees.
Charlize Ledger Walker does so much for this UCLA team that has nothing to do with scoring the ball, but her passing, her creation, keeping enough space between her and Neepkins so Neepkins can cut to the rim and have the room she needs to finish, makes Ledger Walker such a valuable point guard.
Char, 8th in the nation when it comes to assist to turnover ratio. It all comes down to this. In the final game of the NFL season, the Ravens and Steelers battle for the AFC North crown. It's win or go home Sunday night football finale. Coverage starts at 7 Eastern on NBC and Peacock. Speaking of the NFL, Rich Eisen of NFL NFL Network fame, and ESPN as well, sitting behind us. His 12-year-old daughter, Taylor, is a huge basketball fan. And they pull through to USC and UCLA games quite often. And it just speaks to the explosion in the popularity of our game, Megan.
It was awesome to hear Rich say his daughter, Taylor, wears Juju Watkins stuff 3 days a week to school.
Right.
Isn't that so cool? I was like, when I was younger, we didn't necessarily have that, right? Although I will say this, I wore my Usc Ucla Mystics jersey and my Nikki McCray Mystics jersey to school all the time.
Oh,
so
I love that.
Those were my idols growing up. But right now at the college level, you have so many different players who these young women and young boys are able to look up to as their idols and who they want to emulate their games after.
Yeah, for me, it was Cheryl Swoops. Oh, I had the shoe, the whole thing, and my dad almost threw them away because I didn't wear them because I didn't want them to get dirty, and he thought I didn't like them. I know. I was like, what? London Jones can't connect from distance, and Neepkins is there for a rebound. The passion plays continue to mount for G Money, and that is something UCLA prides itself on. The plays that necessarily don't go in the official box score, but help you win games. The tips, the deflections, those kind of things. Corey Close wants about 80 of those a game. Shot clock is off, 20 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Lauren Betts with the denial. Not in my house.
You cannot go to the rim against Lauren Betts and be hesitant whatsoever, because the moment that you think twice, she's going to do that too.
So Betts will come off for the final 12 seconds of this quarter. Dunn trying to take Bilic off the bounce. Unsuccessful. Step back three. Short. Sienna Betts trying to corral the rebound, helped out by Ledger Walker, who looked at the clock and went, I didn't have time for a heave. It is 65 to 40. Reggie Miller is having fun because his Bruins are cooking with gas here on Peacock. Corey Close is bringing to the party. She said she coached heavy last year with all the expectations of an elite roster. Now she's trying to find the joy at every opportunity, and it is fun to see.
Well, these players are really funny, actually, around. We had an opportunity to talk to Sienna Betts earlier today, and as she was walking away, Coach Close was like, you got the impression of me that you're going to do? So her players can have fun with her and make fun of her. It's very light. It's a good environment to be around. And I tell you what, this Bruins team is so deep, but the off-court chemistry has been massive for their success.
Charlize Ledger-Walker dancing away from the double team and stepping into a three that won't fall. I know the margin is wide, but this is still an opportunity for the Trojans to get better.
This is an opportunity where you have to learn how to play down on the road and how to still get yourself back into games.
Beautiful find by Char, but out of bounds as the turnovers continue to mount up. That is the only negative for UCLA today.
Trojans sometimes play a little, or Trojans make UCLA play a little too fast in transition, which is where they have had success stopping the Bruins. USC has built itself into a perennial women's basketball program. They're going to get every opponent's best shot when they go out on the floor. So this is a good reminder that they've got to be used to bringing it every single day, especially against one of the top teams in the country like UCLA, which they know.
Lauren Betts now 1 rebound shy of her 5th double-double this season and her 3rd in the last 5 games. Ledger Walker lost the handle, had the ball poked away. Nice opportunity for USC. But the Trojans give it right back. USC just doesn't look like it's been able to get in rhythm outside of that first quarter.
USC has not been in any offensive rhythm whatsoever because UCLA's defense has been so stifling. They haven't allowed ball reversals. They've had help side come over, so USC hasn't gotten a ton of paint touches. And the Trojans haven't gotten to the foul line.
Jaquez getting it to Char, inside to Lauren Betts. And a traveling violation is committed by the Player of the Year candidate. That entry pass, though, by Ledger Walker is nice.
It's so nice. She's so patient and poised with everything she does. I love Charlize Ledger Walker's game. I asked Coach Close about it, and she said it's something that's not being talked about enough on our team is how impactful Ledger Walker's been.
Gabriella Hawkes smokes it. Davidson and the Trojans have numbers. Ledger Walker coming up with the block at the bucket, and Dunn can't connect at the rim. And another rebound, her 10th, so that is 5 double-doubles on the season for Lauren Betts. 16 points to lead her team with those 10 rebounds. UCLA now with 34 paint points. That is dominant.
It's dominant, and Kiki Rice threw what felt like 5 red jerseys to find that dish off to Betts. They are finding each other in rhythm. The Bruins clicking on all cylinders.
Kiki Rice with 8 assists. Oh, nice finish at the rim. Samuels getting it done. When she told us she was the longest tenured Trojan today, I almost fell out of my chair. I'm like, oh yeah, there's been so much change. And with the injuries and everything, it just shows you how different the game is.
The game's also different when you have someone like Kiki Rice making decisions and ball screen offense, bringing 2 defenders with her. She finds Betts perfectly in stride, in rhythm, going to the basket.
That's that healthy labrum for Kiki Rice. She had the surgery, unlike Alyssa Thomas.
Kiki Rice coming in and making an impact in every which way. Her footwork, slowing the defense down so she can speed up. Her patience, waiting to read what the defense gives her, and her poise. No matter what is thrown her way, she makes the right read. She creates for her teammates or for herself. I love the poise that we have seen from her, and it's something she's had since her freshman year here in Westwood.
Kiki Rice, a big part of the reason why UCLA is enjoying its 11th game already this season with more than 20 assists. They average better than 22 a game, and Kiki leading the way with her 8 helpers. On the USC side, this is just another top 5 team that the Trojans have had to deal with. Lindsey Gottlieb put together this schedule because she thought she would have a healthy Juju Watkins and was intending to make a push to Phoenix in the Final Four. So they've already played number 1 UConn and top South Carolina as well. And now number 4 UCLA. And they beat NC State in a huge game as well. Like, they've played such a tough non-conference schedule to help not only prepare them for the Big Ten, but for the NCAA tournament. So this is a battle-tested team, and it's a team that's relatively new in terms of players that have had minutes together from last season. They're missing their biggest superstar, who's arguably the best player in all of women's basketball, and Juju Watkins. 100%, yes.
So there's still a lot of figuring some things out as they go.
Here are USC's losses this season to number 2 South Carolina, 18 Notre Dame, and of course number 1 UConn, holding USC to its lowest point production on the season. Right now, they're just at 42. UConn held them to 51.
I think about last season, USC wins that game on the road at UConn right before Christmas. And it gave them a ton of momentum headed into Big Ten play. But it's a long season, you know, and being battle-tested in the non-conference pays off in dividends in February, headed into March.
100%. Samuels, just a 36% free throw shooter, splits a pair. And now full court pressure from USC. No problem for Kiki Rice and the Bruins. Kiki working on a double-double. She's got 10 points and those 8 dimes. 6 minutes to go here in the 4th quarter. Hawkes tied up. Good job by Kennedy Smith defensively. Ledger Walker with the shot clock winding down. Leaves it short. And she was horrified. Did you see her grab her face? I usually don't miss buddies like that.
Ledger Walker plays with a ton of personality.
Yes.
She has a ton of personality, and it shows on the floor. There was a time earlier where she tipped the ball and literally made eye contact and tried to have a conversation with the ref. while the play was still going. I love the spunk she brings to the floor.
My favorite thing on Instagram is to watch the latest rendition of her dance lessons with Gianna Neepkins. She's trying to teach Neepkins some rhythm. It's hilarious.
Well, it's paid off because Neepkins has been a scoring maniac, looking like she's got all sorts of rhythm when she has the ball in her hands.
Samuels hit the deck hard as she tried to turn the corner. She appears to be okay. Jaquez will give it back up to Rice. Lauren Betts calling for it. She's already got the double-double. And a foul before the shot.
Fouls on USC number 11, Kennedy Smith.
Kennedy Smith picking up the personal foul, her second. So ball out of bounds underneath for UCLA. Lauren Betts finding baby sis Sienna at the cup.
Betts to Betts, but that high post passing down low is so difficult to defend because UCLA has so much height and physicality between those Betts sisters. You gotta pick your poison as a defense.
Sienna Betts, a three-time Colorado Gatorade Player of the Year, was a little in her feelings when sis Lauren transferred from Stanford because she was already on UCLA, really wanted to join Corey Close in the Bruins, and was like, what are you doing? That was my thing, and now they're having a blast. 3-second violation is whistled against Sienna.
It's natural for them to look for one another as well because they grew up getting to play in the backyard, all the things. But right there, fantastic pass from Lauren to Sienna, nice and high to where only Sienna could catch it. It's not every day you hear, you know, the little sister getting mad at the big sister for cramping her style.
100%. If you look at the numbers since Sienna started playing, better than 20 points a game for Lauren Betts in the last 5 with 3 double-doubles.
It's that family connection, that sister connection. Shout out to all the sisters out there.
Heck yeah. Shot clock getting low. Kennedy Smith, too strong back iron. And Sienna Betts coming through. This is just her 5th game. How long do you think it will take Sienna to really be as advertised as one of the top players in the country?
Look, Betts is already picking up with so much momentum. She's had experience with USA basketball, so she understands how to compete with the best of the best. It might take her a couple more games. She was out with injury to start out this season, but as she continues getting reps in Big Ten play, by March, she's going to be the Sienna Betts we've heard about.
Kiki Rice with 12 points as UCLA has made 4 of its last 5 field goals, up 75-43 here at Pauley.
This job demands sacrifice. Most people are not
in the top 25. I mean, so many times you're going to look at a Thursday night or a Sunday and be like, oh, wow, there's 4 double-ranked matchups happening today.
We have 4 this weekend, this being one of the biggest in the Battle of LA. And Lindsay Gottlieb would like to talk to her women of Troy. She in the team defensively, too. 3.5 minutes to go here at Pauley. Dunn has the ball poked away. UCLA is on the run. Jaquez with the finish.
The story of this game has been UCLA's defense dictating its offense. They're able to play fast, they're getting stops, and they're scoring in a variety of ways.
UCLA shooting 56% from the floor and 40% from 3. That'll help you pick up some wins. London Jones turns the corner, has her shot blocked. Jones again. Battle for the rebound. Sienna Betts comes up with it. Kiki Rice stops. Doesn't get the roll. Muse is there. Betts lost the handle, and that basketball will belong to USC. Taking a look at USC scoring output compared to tonight, it is a different story. This team usually averages just under 71 points a game, just 43 tonight, and that's a credit to the Bruins defense.
The Bruins defense has been fantastic in forcing tough twos. You look at how many shots. USC's taken 61 shots. UCLA's only taken 54. So they've taken rush shots that have not been in rhythm, and no one's even been able to get into a rhythm, no matter which player it is on USC.
Jazzy Davidson on the bench with 10 points. Kara Dunn leading USC with 11 points. And a big roar from the Bruin crowd with a little more than 2 minutes to go as Megan Grant has come off the bench for UCLA and stepped to the scorer's table. Christina Karamuzzi also on the floor. The freshman from Stockholm, Sweden, number 3 for UCLA. Kiki Rice directing traffic. Looking to add to the Bruins' 6-0 run here over the last 3 minutes. Corner 3, too strong. Muse will shoot some free throws. UCLA will improve to 14-0 when leading at the half. And the big roar for Muse as Grant steps to the floor.
I gotta say, Megan Grant might be the mayor of UCLA.
1,000%.
I mean, she is beloved by the crowd, by her teammates. Every single time she comes into the game, you can hear her through the television. People love seeing what she does. She's like one of the best softball players in the country.
Well, she set the Big Ten single season record for home runs with 26, ranking top 10 nationally as well with 81 RBI. But she is fast. When you watch the drills, she's the quickest one up the floor. It's really cool. Ryan Forestier gives it up. Shamlin to the corner. That missed everything. Shot clock didn't reset. I don't know that USC recognizes. And that was almost a shot clock violation. But the ball will turn over to UCLA. USC known for its rebounding coming into this matchup. They only have 26 tonight. The season low for them in that department, 29. Just a minute to go here in the fourth quarter. Muse gives it up to Rice. Rice stepping through. Ball wouldn't fall. In the battle for the rebound, a whistle blows. It looks like they are going to ticket number 3, Karamuzzi, with the personal foul.
UCLA's depth was on full display tonight. At different points in this game, different players made a massive impact to give UCLA the edge. Whether it was Betts rebounding or blocking out, Charlize Ledger-Walker getting a steal and distributing, Kiki Rice getting all the way to the rim. From top to bottom, every single player in a blue jersey was impactful in what they needed to do, playing within themselves.
Shamlin rattles it home. Brooklyn Shamlin with the 3. But Rice with her season-high 8 assists, checking the clock. Shot clock and game clock almost identical. Grant trying to step through, kicks it back out. Rice. Oh, that's nice. She's got 14. UCLA now has 80 points in in 11 of their 15 games this year. And that is going to do it as UCLA wins a 7th straight game. And Corey